Welcome back to our table for Dark Shoals, a VTM Sabbat Chronicle. We are using the 5th edition, and as a polite reminder, our situation here at this table deals with some pretty intense topics from time to time. If you are particularly sensitive to violence, gore, sexual themes, or mature themes, I recommend that you leave the recording now. Otherwise, we are very glad to have you, and welcome. We're jumping back in with our group that has just boxed in the young, lovely lady Kitten, as Peter knows her by. And she has been so introduced to the others. I believe she had mentioned her name was Angel, or that's what you could call her, Dr. Isaacs. So far, this interaction is going a little bit tense. Hank and Peter have doubled back around to cut off her escape from the back of the alley, and they've just managed to make their way there. You've noticed that something odd has occurred here. Jules, you've stepped up with Dr. Isaacs, and similarly, there's something a little strange about the entryway to the alley, but you can't quite place your finger on it. You notice that it's kind of as though the buildings are almost like they're breathing. They're moving in and out of their own volition in the corners of your eyes, but nothing has truly changed if you fixate on them. We will jump to Hank and Peter, because I believe Frank was making his way over to Dr. Isaacs and Jules, from what I recall. You two have just reached the back of the alleyway, and you can see Kitten's back towards you. Her posture is quite tense, and you can tell that she's probably a bit flighty.
This is one of your people, shit dog. You know about it, don't you?
Not really one of my people, but someone I know.
I suggest you go in first. If I go in first, I might alarm her, and she seems quite uptight already. Why don't you go in? I'll just back you up in case she bolts.
No, she's not overly fond of me.
She doesn't know me at all.
I'm just gonna stealthily, rather dexterously, move up behind her to try and, in fact, I'm gonna use a cheeky bit of my silence of death to mask my sound, which I don't think requires a roll. Look.
Doesn't.
Christopher's shaking his head at me, so I'm gonna creep up to her and just be ready to grab hold of her if needs be.
So you're not making yourself known, you're just anticipating if she tries to run.
Yes. Or shall I just grab hold of her?
I don't know. What do you do?
No, I don't want to grab hold of her.
So you're going to let the conversation continue. Frank, you've noticed that Dr. Isaacs and Jules have congregated towards the entry to one of the alleyways along the street that the group has broken up along.
I'll wander over to it.
Give me a resolve wits, please.
Me?
Yes. As you're making your way over. Would you like to try and reroll any of that?
I don't know what it's for, so I guess not.
As you move over.
Quick question though. Does this relate to a mystical ability to sway, coerce, or basically I've got unswayable mind. Does unswayable mind help?
It's not particularly trying to coerce you, but it is trying to make your mind think that the area around you visibly looks different than it does. Essentially, she is trying to manipulate the area around herself to where she blends in.
I don't really care. I'll stick with 2.
I will say this. You managed to actually meet, so you beat. Oh man, I opened that on the wrong screen. Sorry, the camera got blocked for a moment. Frank, in front of you, you see a young woman, probably late teens. She's well put together, but definitely very voluptuous, attractive. She's very clearly has herself on display as part of what is probably her work. And Dr. Isaacs and Jules have corralled her. Give me a wits awareness as well, please. We'll put it at 2.
Awareness. Where are you? There we are.
Oh, Christ. He's aware of everything.
I'm quite good at this.
You see Phil at the far end of the alley, the other entrance to it, and you can also see Richie stealthing his way up behind Kitten. And he looks as though he's ready to catch her at a moment's notice, if need be.
Alright, I'll just prop up against the wall then.
Dr. Isaac, she's been fairly combative of you trying to get her to work with you. You offered her your hand previously, and she seems baffled in how you mean that, but also what use is that hand to her at this point. She's a little bit curious about what you want since you don't seem to be immediately attacking her. She's also recognized that you're not alone because Jules came over and now Frank is there, and the odds are starting to quickly stack against her. So, what's this about? What do you need? You're clearly not here for my usual business.
My character, I have no clue why we need her.
We were seeking her because she's one of the missing people that have returned and gone back to her everyday life. So we want to speak to her to see if she could shed some light on the reason why people are going missing and coming back again, if it's through embrace or whatever.
Our mutual friend just needs to talk to you about some unofficial business.
And what's this unofficial business?
Well, I think it would work better if you just talk to him.
Well,
You know, a friend
you're
of
the one
yours
in
and
front
all.
of me, so where is he? Who is it?
It-
What?
This takes maybe 10 minutes. The longer that you resist and everything, the longer it'll take to get this over with, and you can have your conversation. Then you can go about your business doing whatever it is that you should look her up and down. Do.
I'm a pusher. I just look like this to get people to say hello. But I can respect that. Thank you for being direct with me. What?
Hello.
Good evening. I'm gonna guess you're with them.
No.
You are.
No. When they're done, I want to have a separate word.
Do you...
It's you.
A cue. Storyteller, I want to do a couple of rolls before some stuff
Oh dear.
goes down.
What would you like to do?
I would like to activate my Define Bane and Shatter.
I
If-
believe those are rouse checks for you, correct?
I believe so. I'm trying to look that up.
I know your shatter is a rouse check. And that
I gotcha.
turns damage back on the individual inflicting it on you, correct?
It does. I think it's I need a rouse check for Define Bane, and then both of it is rouse checks. I don't mind.
Let's go ahead and have them.
Rouse check. That's for that one, the first one.
We have a success and a...
Success. So I don't get hungry and just attack her.
Oh. Do you immediately launch into anything, or are you just preparing yourself for what may transpire?
It's just preparing type of thing because I didn't get to do that in the last session.
Right.
I meant to, but I just didn't get to.
No. Frank, Kitten's gonna give you one of those well-practiced but still warm smiles. You can tell she's uncomfortable with the situation, but she's being as polite as possible. Alright, hon. I'll talk to you after I talk to them. If they're comfortable with you staying around, I don't mind you listening to whatever they need to ask. Do you want to take a step into, I guess, my office? And she motions over
Yeah.
her shoulder into the
I think no. Let's go there.
Alright, she
And then she'll
goes...
look at everybody. Let's go there.
She goes to turn around and take a few steps back, and she's going to notice Richie, I imagine, because you didn't roll a stealth. You're just silent. You're just standing there. She notices Peter and is going to have a really sour. Her lips are going to draw. They're going to purse, and she's just going to roll her eyes. So she's going to brush past you and move to the middle of the alleyway so nobody can easily overhear you or see you there.
Oh wow, I guess he really is in the doghouse.
Ouch.
Well, Jules will follow and go into where she's at.
She's going to place her back to one of the alley walls and try to keep her vision on your group as best she can. Alright. I'm a pusher for a local dealer. Some off nights recently. You I recognize, and she points to Peter. So what can I help you with? Because I would like to just get back to work. I'm just trying to get back to my usual.
That's kind of what we want to know, really. So, wow. Kind of trying to get back to your usual. So, you're pissed at me. And I know why you're pissed at me. And I'm trying to figure out as to how you managed to get from the state I last found you in to walking and talking as you are now.
Well, I'm kind of pissed at you because you just left me like that there, apparently.
I didn't just leave you there. I was aware that you were there. I was looking into it.
Yeah,
then you weren't
I
there.
woke up under garbage bags. What am I, trash to you? I know the work I do isn't highbrow, but like,
A relationship.
anyway.
Professionally beneficial for all of us to be pleasant to each other.
she can't deny that, and you can tell that she's quite frustrated by the fact that you're right. So she directs her attention to Jules instead. How can I help you?
Oh, I heard your Raymond Hayes was a pusher, right?
Yes. He actually
Alright.
worked for your group, yes.
What do you know about Raymond Hayes?
She scoffs. That asshole? I could tell you a lot about him.
Please do. Tell me exactly where he is. That would be very helpful.
He's been holing up towards the east of town. He's just outside the quarter most nights. He's bouncing from abandoned buildings since I kicked him out. We used to have a thing.
Oh, so you have his phone number.
You want it? I don't want it anymore.
Well,
He got me pulled into all this shit.
that could help. But I was thinking, does he have a thing for you still, maybe?
You can see like she stops to consider it. Like, if I lay it on real thick, maybe.
Would you do that for us? Would you lay it on real thick?
You know what? Just 'cause you asked so nicely, I'd be happy to. After
Oh.
everything he's put me through, and all these weird things I've had happening after I woke up. And then she points at Peter. Him just leaving me under some garbage bags. I'm ready for a little payback.
Excellent. Where do y'all usually meet?
Down by the waterfront. We stopped meeting around the railroad area, train yard and everything. There was some weird stuff happening over there recently. So we moved over towards the east side of the waterfront. Just almost to the outside of the city.
Oh, would he be suspicious if you say, "Hey, come to this spot and meet you for a little alley action, makeup type of thing"?
Probably. I could definitely get him back to my place, but telling him to meet up somewhere random might be a little suspicious.
Oh, well, I would love to see your place.
No, even I don't want to see it, but you're welcome.
Oh, darn. And we're just getting off to a very good start. Don't you want to be friends?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. So just take us over to your place and give them a call. Really, we girls need to stick together.
I agree. We do. You know what? You can call me Angel. I think I said that earlier. If
Angel?
you'd like to come back to my place, I'll call him from there.
Huh?
Or leave some kind of note for him to come over. That way you know where I'm at. And if we don't get him right away, I can call you if you give me somewhere to call when he shows up.
That could be arranged.
If that's what we're gonna do. And she's gonna look at each of you as if gauging your responses, if you're gonna let her go or not.
But for right now, we need to stick together. My name is Shoals.
It's very nice to meet you, Jules. And I'm fine with
Very
that.
nice to meet you.
I'm willing to take your whole group of friends over to find out where I live. Because hopefully I won't be living there too much longer. I'll be somewhere else outside of the city at this point.
Very true. How about this? If you do this for us, I'll give you money, and then you can be on your way.
I like a good business deal. Sounds good to me.
Then again, you can always stick around and work for me.
She's gonna look you up and down. What's a well-to-do lady like yourself offer? And then she's gonna pause. Wait, pretty pale redhead, Raymond Hayes. He was working for you.
Correct. My name is Juliet Fontenot.
Not just Jules.
Right.
I'd be happy to work for you. Since it seems like
Excellent.
you might understand a little bit more about my recent condition.
We want to help you figure that out.
I'll make you a deal. I'll work for you. I'd be happy to
Okay.
work for you.
Excellent. That makes things a whole lot easier.
All right. Well, how are we going about this? You got a car? You want me to walk you there? What's going on?
Oh, we could take my car. Out of character, did we come into separate cars, or did we all go into the van? I can't remember now.
I think we had separate cars, I think.
I think so.
You met up at the
At the
cafe
cafe,
with
I think.
different cars for sure. I think you took the van over here though, and then you split up.
I think that's. You can ride in the van with us. I'll even stay back with you. How about that? Deal? And she'll hold out her hand.
Deal. And she's gonna take your hand and shake it.
Then she'll kill her. Oh no, I'm kidding.
I was waiting for it.
Out of character, do I know what clan she is?
You're not quite certain.
Because
Your-
I was.
Your most recent encounters have been with Raymond Hayes, and you think your logical jump is that maybe she's one of the serpents.
Oh.
That's your most logical jump.
Gotcha. I can't remember if the ministry was a lower clan or not. They are. Oh, that's right. Also, Jules was tasked to meet up with some people that were lower clans to learn how to be adventurous. I'm sorry, it's coming back to me. I can't remember their names, but I'll look it up later.
Set up by Smokey for you. Because you asked him to look into them. And he said, because you brought him all of the smokes, that he would look into them for you and give you information. And specifically, the other Nosferatu, he would line up for you to meet with.
Alrighty. So, Jules will still have her hand, offer her hand, and then say, let's go to the van, shall we, gentlemen? And lady, and then, I guess, hold her hand while they both walk to the van, towards the van.
Oh, she's more than happy to take your hand and walk with you in that direction. She's gonna lean over and whisper, so I have a little bit of stuff with me tonight because they expected me to do work. But I know you want that. I could give it to you. I don't know if you have a quality control thing you do.
What do you got?
A bit of dope and some other stuff. Nothing too hard.
Oh, perfect. Sure.
And she's actually gonna bring out a couple of little baggies and hand them over to you. And you imagine this is probably enough for like 10, 12 self-rolled cigarettes?
She'll nod and take it and put it in her purse. Thank you.
Consider it an investment into work. You can see
That'd be great.
What the quality of goods is for your... I don't know. Would they
Definitely
even be a challenge for you? Well-known name in the city.
I don't think it'll be a problem. Where's oh god, Frank?
He's
against the wall at the entrance to the alleyway.
Is he not really walking with us?
Oh, if you guys take off, he'll follow.
Oh, because I think we're walking to the van, aren't we?
Yeah.
There you go. She'll look at Frank and just give him a look, maybe afterward or whatnot. That makes sense to you?
He'll nod and understands what you're saying.
Gotcha.
She seems completely oblivious to your subtle interactions, I will say.
Excellent. I know she doesn't have the key to the van.
No, I don't believe so.
Jules.
Dr. Isaacs, are you following with them, or are you going to let them into the van? Like, how's this?
Yeah, I'm going to let them into the van. I'm going to click clack, slide door.
She's going to clamber into the back. No two ways about it. She gives you a glance, Jules, and in that moment you can see through the interaction with your eyes that she's well aware that she has no way of getting out of this if something goes sideways, but she's also realized from the moment that you and Dr. Isaacs cornered her, she's been ringed in anyway. She's trying to make the best of a bad situation. That there's the look of someone who's very streetwise, knowing that they're absolutely screwed, and they're trying their best to get out of that.
Gotcha. Jules will smile at her and then take a seat by her in the back, trying to make sure she's calm and useful. I'm pretty sure this isn't the first time Jules has had to corral someone like this and put them to use.
Oh, no, not at all. Especially with... You haven't been involved with lower level entry into your business in a while. Faces, you don't necessarily know names, but you don't do the vetting anymore. You have people you trust now for that, especially Romero. Romero usually handles most of that.
Gotcha.
And oversees the people who oversee it. She's gonna lean against your side a little bit and squeeze your hand. You can tell it's more for her own personal comfort. How familiar are you guys with the quarter? I imagine you've been around a little bit. You seem to know how to find me.
She'll squeeze her hand and then pat it with her other. Hold it for a little bit. Oh, a little bit.
I live at the Little Prairie Apartments. It's that converted single-story motel they had. One of the ones that flopped for the airport. It's on the northeast side of town. So, like, you go towards where, like, the airport area is. It's just off the airport road. As most of you are aware, getting around in here, Dr. Isaacs, you probably about a 20-minute drive normally.
All right.
With twists and turns. So she settles in. She directs you along the path. You leave the French Quarter. Well behind you, there's noticeably less foot traffic. You have considerably less congestion in the streets of people just walking back and forth in crosswalks, blocking your way. Do you want to stop and get any of the other vehicles, or are you all van, all steam ahead?
Always coming over immediately? Is that what we're trying to do?
I think so.
That's kind of I picked up from you? Like, you seem to want to meet him immediately?
The sooner the better, I think. We tie up these loose ends, and then we can move on with helping figure out what's going on.
So we'll just stick with the van, and then we'll swing back by and get everything else.
Okay.
Gas it. It'll be fine.
Frank.
Yeah.
Me a wit awareness when she mentions the little prairie apartments. Please.
Yes, cancel awareness. That's weird.
It's good enough. You didn't need much for this one. It's not necessarily picking something up, it is recalling something. So, the little prairie apartments rings a bell for you. You recognize that that's the area you went to help someone move their furniture previously. One of those odd jobs that you had picked up.
Remember, yeah, I remember. Do I remember anything else about the area?
You remember that it's poorly lit. Most of the streets around it are kind of in like construction never completed, they never connected anywhere. The airport road is mostly empty and runs a long strip behind it and then actually up to where the main airport entrance is. So for about 5 miles around this area, there's a couple of motels dotted here and there. It's relatively empty, quiet, empty, and definitely not a nice place to stay. This is like stay there if you have nowhere else to go and your flight has been abruptly canceled and you have no money type of situation. You do
I'll
know
just keep that in the back of my old head and stare at her hungrily for the entire journey.
the apartments, little prairie apartments, are not necessarily run like the motels around there. No one's at the desk 24/7. At this point in the night, there would be likely no maintenance present. It would be all tenants, and the tenants run in a line of literally wall to wall for about 20 rooms, and that's it. That have been converted into roughly 1-1 apartments.
So, have you noticed different about yourself other than obvious Angel?
Well, I was a little bit stronger. The weird cravings going on. I thought I just needed iron, but like not doing it. And Raymond kind of gave me a few tips on apparently what I was supposed to be doing, but like I didn't really want to listen to him because I was upset with him. I still am. But he was
Let's
right.
see.
So I weird to talk about it, right? Because it's
Yeah.
but like I went and bit somebody.
Oh.
And, like didn't move after I. It was really nice, but like I don't think it was so nice for them after all.
Yeah. They're done that.
Kind of that realized I can kind of in with stuff around me. I'm a little bit better at like people to avoid me if I don't like talk to them. Except for you guys. You guys are the first ones that have really given me any problem.
Yeah. What are you trying to do?
Oh well, I was kind of blending with the alleyway.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of make the alleyway look like it was like closed.
Yeah.
There's a wall in front of me.
Right. Oh, are we there at the apartment complex? Or
This is probably the conversation over. I would say you've got maybe 10 more minutes.
well, Jules will make talk, trying to get to know her, finding out what all she can do and everything. Hey, Angel, don't worry. If you play your cards right, I'll take care of you, okay?
I heard that before, but I really hope so.
Yeah, don't worry.
You
I
know
got
the
your
same
back.
thing, and then I end up like this.
Oh, well, Raymond's a bastard. I'm not, so.
She rolls her eyes at that, kind of with you, and just anything, any dig you're going to give towards Raymond, she's going to accept.
Okay. Don't worry. I'll even let you watch when we get even with him. So you can see him get his comeuppance. Okay?
I appreciate that. Honestly, I think
Is-
it might make me feel better.
Yeah. Give her a hand another squeeze and a little pat.
She's going to give you your hand a squeeze back. And about this time is when you drive into the parking lot for the converted apartments. And she's going to point to apartment number 4.
Jules will try not to look disgusted at the apartments.
It's me. It's like all I can afford right now. They take most of my money. Anyway,
They take most of your money?
yeah.
I am so happy that you met me tonight. We can fix all this, okay?
Take like my money. They don't let me like pat me down. Like I can't hide it.
Like I said, just a bastard.
I've got a drop spot, but it's empty too. I'm pretty sure somebody was watching me for it.
We can help with that too if you'd like. But,
Yeah. Got some room at my place.
I couldn't do that. You're already going out of your way for me.
Oh, if it's your investment now, okay?
Gives you like one of those hopeful smiles. One of the ones that doesn't quite reach her eyes. Like, she wants to believe in the offer, but her life experience is telling her so many alarms are going off in her head, she can't truly believe it. So she's just gonna go for the door. And she doesn't seem like
Okay.
she's trying to make a bolt for it or anything. She's just gonna open the door, get out, and head towards apartment number 4 and start to unlock it.
hey guys, so when he gets here, I'm gonna need you to make sure you hold him.
Okay. Hey, I keep her. She's whispering this.
What do you mean, hold him?
Raymond, when Raymond gets here, I'm gonna need you to hold him down so he doesn't get away. We're gonna solve this problem very quickly.
I was going to solve it real quick.
Well, we still gotta ask him some questions, but
Told you before. Just let me do the thing.
just,
And then you
just
can
hold
ask
him
me the
down,
questions.
and then we ask you the questions.
Why do you always have to do things the hard way?
You guys hear the jingle of keys, the unlock of a door, and it opening. And she doesn't seem to be trying to eavesdrop. She's just gonna look over at your group expectantly. And then she's going
Jules
to
will-
step in, but she's gonna leave the door open for you.
Jules will say this before she gets out. So we agree, she's mine.
Sure.
So then she'll jump out of the car to go over to where Angel is at the door.
You get to the door, she welcomes you in, and you can fairly clearly tell that this is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom motel room that has been set up to where she has put a small privacy partition, she's moved the bed around, there's a small table with like 2 chairs present. She's done what she can with the place. There's a fridge against one wall. There's no dedicated kitchen area in here. There's like, you imagine she probably gets takeout most of the time, or was. Welcome. Not very glamorous.
You do what you can.
I'd offer you a drink, but like I know you probably don't.
I-
Ones.
Are you offering?
Take some.
You're my boss now, so like you'll.
Let's maybe after we get done with this. And no, Frank, no.
When you're done with your questions, he's mine.
Okay.
All right. You're trying Raymond.
Okay.
It's- door is open for all of you. So the last one in, she probably is expecting you to go ahead and close it. You see that she goes over to what was like a small vanity area just outside of the bathroom. This is where most of like the pseudo kitchen objects are. A phone has been nestled in the corner. Looks like it was probably replaced with something that was there previously. It replaced something that was there previously. She's gonna lift it up and she's gonna go ahead and dial a number. And as she's dialing the number, she's going to pull over a notepad and a pen and scribble it down for you. And then, Jules, are you standing next to her?
Oh, yeah.
As she scribbles it down, she writes Raymond underneath it and she hands it to you. You notice it's a phone number.
Thank you. She'll get to Dr. Isaacs.
It'll go in the bag.
Hosty, I have a couple of questions.
Yes.
Sorry to be irritating.
Nope, you're good.
When you say these are like room apartments, are they all on one level?
Yes.
Or are they... Okay, cool. So they're all on ground level, right?
Yes.
Whereabouts within the run of rooms is her room?
It is number 4, so it is 4 from the left when you first enter the parking lot. So imagine, if you will, you enter the parking lot, it starts on the left hand, and it makes like an L shape to where you're facing forward, and the last apartments are running along the front in the direction you enter. So if I have to explain this a little bit better, orientation north is the long side of the apartment building. Orientation east is the short side of the L. She is 4 apartments over on the north side from the left, starting.
Okay. There's 3 other apartments for the end of the building.
Correct.
Could we see what was at the end of the building? Does it join onto another building, or is there like a gap?
Not on that side, but there
Okay.
are about 6 more apartments after hers, and then it just immediately turns in an L shape. And you imagine those are probably 2 larger rooms air quote rooms, apartments for that turn. They probably share it. It's built together. So the left-hand side, the shorthand that you're asking about, it's open. It's just open, uncared for, grass, flat land, no trees, no real shrubs around. Dark, no particular lighting in the area.
Where did we park the van in comparison to her apartment?
Say probably at least 1 or 2 spaces from it. There's not many cars here.
Right. I'm going to say, I'm going to move over to the dock. I'm going to hold my hand out, give me your keys.
Okay.
He comes, I'm going to move the van over so it's not so obvious. And I'm going to wait outside. When he comes and his door opens, I'll jump him.
Okay. Sad, you're gonna push him in? Okay.
I'll grab the keys and I'll just walk out.
In the background, each of you can hear the phone line on the other end pick up after several rings. Operator going through, and it asks for Raymond specifically. There's no code here or anything, it's just very direct. And then you hear the same voice that you heard the night before, Jules, on the other end of the line. It seems a little tentative. Hello? Hi, hun. It's been a little bit. I was just kind of new, and I was hoping you'd come over because I've got some questions about the real big question. Yeah. I missed somebody, and I want to know why. I'm not mad or anything. It was weirdly enjoyable, but like, this is weird, and I'm kind of through it alone. And you're the only asshole I know who's gone through this apparently already. So could you kind of come over and just, I don't know, help me out? You know, something out of the usual for yourself? Yeah? About how long? No, I'm not going out tonight. It's weird. I don't like it out there right now. I also kind of like rid of, yeah. Right. And she hangs up.
Jules will give her like a hand on her shoulder reassuringly.
She's
Good job.
gonna take a deep breath, turn around. I don't know if he bought it, but he said he's coming over, and he should be over in like the next half hour. He seemed a little bit antsy, so he's probably glad to get out of wherever he is too, and that's probably more the reason why he's coming over.
Excellent. You want to go to your bedroom real fast?
She kind of just over your shoulder at the bed.
Yeah, I'll load off.
Yeah.
Since you're working for me and everything, there's something that I really want to do, okay? Go into the kitchen and get a knife and a cup.
You're literally just standing right there. You turn around and there's
Oh.
just, mismatched silverware and utensils like out of a glass already. So you managed to find one of the other ones set aside. There's not much here.
Gotcha. Do you know anything about what I'm about to do?
Not
She'll
really.
slice her wrist with the knife and pour some of the vitae into the cup, and then she'll wound, and then she'll hand her the cup. Drink.
Oh, okay. Guys that Raymond introduced me to did this and then the other stuff. Anyway, and she stops blabbering and goes ahead and drinks since you directed her to.
Right. Out of character, I am trying to blood bond her.
That would be 1 dot for you.
Got you. So now I'm 2 hunger.
Okay. She would pick up essentially the beginnings of a bond. You would have to re-solidify it, but she is inclined to trust you currently. Not inclined to necessarily sacrifice herself for you, but she would seek you out. She would be friendly to you. Trust you a bit better.
Excellent. So yeah, it's like, there you go. Are you feeling better now?
Yeah. Thank you.
Excellent.
And that was delicious. And this is getting weird. Like, just live with like the underside of society, right? We don't go around doing this. It's just still weird. It's
Right. It's to help you, okay? To help you.
Did you were curious like you wanted some from me?
Sure. I think it'd be best if you yourself and do like that. You have to will it out of yourself, okay? Concentrate when you do it.
Going
She'll hand her
to
the
mimic
knife.
exactly what you did. So exactly how you cut, exactly how you placed your hand over, and you see like her brow furrow a little bit, and it goes from a few drops coming out to like a steady amount as you had, and then she's going to seal it by licking the wound. She's apparently quick to pick up.
Good girl. That's impressive. I'm so proud of you to do that.
She seems a little confused, but at the same time, you can tell she understands that you're being supportive of her. So it's one
Right.
of those, I don't know how to feel about this, but it's nice to hear somebody telling me I'm doing something right.
Yeah, I like to think that maybe Jules knows how to play people, especially with this dumb fucking girl.
You can tell very much it's like those, like, is weird. Like,
Right.
he's a freak. Like, it's weird, but also, everybody always yells at me and does dumb shit, and this is a bad situation, and she's praising me,
Also,
so I'm gonna take
out
it.
of character, I'm not telling her how to do the blood bond because type of thing. So yeah. So I don't know if just drinking it will cause that or not, unless you like it, or I can't remember how y'all roll it.
Would start to form a bond, but she genuinely wants to share with you. She is attempting to do the same thing you did to her. The intent here would be, I am very based of, you have imbibed enough, you would start to form a bond.
Okay.
She's also kind of that she would have access to what you have access to, you would have access to what she has access to.
Okay, no worries. I was just wondering, like, if she, like, Jules isn't telling her how to do bonding. She's just trying to do it without that, but she is, like, access to her powers. She'll drink it. Drinks it. She will look at Dr. Isaacs and kind of, or I don't know how she would convey, well, we're gonna have to do the thing again. So no worries. So she'll just say it out loud before she drinks. She'll say, "Hey, Doc, we're gonna have to do that thing again a little earlier than normal, okay?"
It'll be fine.
Okay. Drink it down to Vitae. Go back down to 1 hunger.
A little bit weaker than what you're used to. It's still tasty. It's still very enjoyable, but you can notice a difference from that of your pack and then that of the gardener, very specifically within that previous ritual you had done.
Mhm.
This is probably lower in quality, if that makes sense. So it essentially not as powerful as you or your generation. But that's the first time that Jules has really experienced that, because when you ran into Anne, you didn't have that issue.
Right. And was tastier.
Actually, she was. A good bit.
Okay. Okay. If I put this in notes.
Let me open it.
Drink from a set type.
I would just say do a couple underscores, and then underneath that, like a page break in notes itself. For the time being, you can just add Angel, Blood Bond, Tier 1.
I'll just put a note right here. Angel Tier 1.
And then we can probably add her under your advantages in the
Okay.
future.
No worries. I just added it to my notes in my little notebook.
She seems much more relaxed. She's kind of around the group. I imagine Hank has taken up a post, and he's ready to help Frank at a moment's notice once Raymond arrives. Frank, you're able to take the van off into the grass and around the side of the building without any issue. You don't think anybody's going to see it driving up where you place it. And it's also fairly accessible. These are not particularly deep rooms, so the building itself is not particularly far around.
Would I drive the truck around the side of the building? I would like to activate Silence of Death and Unseen Passage.
Okay.
And I want to hover around near the end of the buildings,
Is
like a corner.
right. Yes, you're at the close corner, the one where it starts.
Yep.
Believe Unseen is aroused, correct?
It is.
So arouse check, please. You do not get hungrier. Look at each of you.
Praise the gods.
Oh, I just realised I'm Hunger Zero.
Yeah.
Got that. I'm playing this slightly wrong then.
It's okay. You're having a good night. You're having a very good night. 10 minutes
I might
pass.
not turn Silence of Death on then. I might leave it off and hum to myself.
You hum
until he turns
cheerily
up.
as a disembodied voice to any observing you. 10 minutes passes. Angel's just kind of on the bed twiddling her thumbs at this point. She said she would offer you the TV, but it's broken. Cable doesn't really work here. Like, it doesn't pick up anything. You could try and turn it on, but it's just static. It's been like that since they converted the place, unfortunately.
I'm gonna go and sit down on the bed next to her.
Hi.
So what happened then? Last time I saw you, obviously, you weren't looking too hot. But now, you're alright.
I don't really know what happened. Raymond started to introduce me to these guys. He said they were cool. He said that like could probably give me better work than the current guy I work for in the quarter, and that they'd take better care of me. They were taking care of him. Um, Seemed kind of skeezy. One was like lanky, one was a little bit short and squat. I don't really remember their names. I think one started with an L. I met them maybe 3 times. Last time they called me out to meet them, Raymond wasn't there, but they didn't say he was going to be there, so I kind of off. I lost track of the shorter guy. Next thing I know, they're jumping me. I'm trying to fight them off, and it felt like I was a kid, like I couldn't do anything. It didn't matter. Like I scratched them, I like poked them in the eyes. Like it just felt like I've been able to fight people off before. This was different. And they bashed me over the head when I was dazed. One of them bit me, and then the other one like his hand in my mouth. I remember it tasted like I wasn't nice. None of the experience was nice. It hit me again over the head. I don't know with what. I think it was something metal. Maybe a trash can at that point, since I woke up in the garbage. And then that was it. Like, I woke up, I think, maybe the next night. I don't really know how long, kind of. I wasn't really keeping track, because it was kind of crazy. Remember my legs felt like they were on fire. And that woke me up. And I think I managed to get into the dumpster. And then I woke up in the dumpster, and it smelled like a barbecue gone wrong. That's kind of how it's been. And then, like, Raymond told him those guys were assholes. I told him what happened, and he's like, no, that means that, like, with them, you're like, chill, like, did you a service? Like, hell, that's a service for somebody? He explained that, like, I started to feel hungry, then I should go fight somebody. And that was kind of the last thing we talked about. So I haven't actually seen him since.
Do you know what's happened?
I got assaulted. I got left for dead in an alleyway. I'm not dead. I'm throwing up food, like, in my fridge. Gonna go bad because I can't eat it.
You don't need to worry about eating food anymore.
Yeah, clearly I ate a person and it tasted great. They tasted great, but, like, cut up.
Right. You're a vampire now.
Surprise!
Not the weirdest thing I've heard lately, so I believe it. Okay.
So what's happened is the guys that you were introduced to through Raymond, the dickhead, turned you into a vampire. So they basically killed you, fed you their blood, and you're now a vampire like that.
She's gonna look over at Jules.
Right, so.
And she's gonna, like, Dr. Isaacs questioningly, and then Hank, and then back to
Hank's
you,
just standing
Peter.
there, not moving, just staring almost as if something's he's just disconnected somehow.
He's just ready to go at a moment's notice. That's all.
Yeah, kind of like the line to see if anyone's coming up. You know.
Be
Tell
very
me, this-
stealthy about it.
Does Raymond usually wear socks?
Huh?
The question. Does he usually wear socks? Does he usually wear underwear?
What?
Answer the question, please.
Who doesn't? That's weird.
Yeah, you never know what kind of
Okay, free spirits out there. That's fair enough. But I'm pretty sure he wears underwear.
Okay.
Cut or not. Never mind. I didn't. Jules didn't ask. Yeah.
Angel's just sitting there, like, for the moment. Just,
Okay, Jules just ask it. Just so
no,
you know.
like, just literally the socks and then the question alone. She's just sitting there flabbergasted.
Well, you see, some of us can do things that others can't, and
And it involves socks and
Sometimes-
underwear?
sometimes that involves skin and skin-to-skin contact.
Those are very specific areas. And she's gonna look over at Jules.
Well, if I
I'm-
pull his pants down, I want to know if he's going to have underwear on or not. So I don't want that flapping in my face.
But then again, Doc, you can use extra skin if he's pertaining to my question. So
I want to have to transfer it from somewhere else.
Has
sure
her
you still
head in
would
her
go.
hands at this point. She's going,
out of
"Oh,
character,
boy,
she's probably like,
so
That-
messed up.
out of character, she's probably thinking, God, why don't they just fucking kill me? So
So to put your mind at rest after that really bizarre set of questions,
Okay.
not the same as you. We're all a bit different. There's many different flavors. Different ones can do different things.
Oh,
This is
So
kind of, I
that's why
think,
he's asking about like.
exactly. So, like you said, you're a bit stronger and you can hide a bit better and convince people to do stuff.
I notice people they don't have to see me to react to me anymore, like can respond to my voice. Whereas
Yeah.
before it was I had to be issue like Jules and just kind of like, had to be on display to catch an eye, and now like I don't know, my voice carries better.
So, different ones of us can do different things. So I'm going to pop me feral claws out so I can do stuff like this.
Oh,
Oh.
turn into the dog.
No.
What?
Yeah, I can do that shit as well.
And she's going to point at Dr. Isaacs. Your questions were weird and definitely a different meaning to give me some skin. I'm leaving that alone. And she's going to look at you, Peter. This is a weird night and a weird, like, or so, but.
Yeah,
But
it's really
my
cool,
questions were weird.
A dog is normal compared to be like, to go, you know.
It's any comfort to you. I can't do what the doctor does. I was just asking to be helpful.
Kind like I don't know what he does, but also like not asking me if I'm wearing underwear or socks, and that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah,
Well,
see?
I don't really. You didn't run away, so I didn't really need to do that.
If I'm running away from you, I hope those parts are not like, you know what? Just stay near the
Oh,
door.
you're also wearing a dress, right?
Stay near the door.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not getting up until he gets here.
Yeah, and also, all on the same side ish now. You are now working for me, so therefore you're working for all of us. So now we're on the same side.
Yes.
These guys, jumped you, sound dodgy as fuck.
Yeah.
And we need to do something about that. Because they're making problems in the city.
I
And we need to stop that.
I tried to ring them up and they didn't answer, so I don't think they're at the same place anymore. Apparently they're jumping pad to pad.
Well, we'll find them. We're nothing if not resourceful.
Do they have your number?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be interested in getting in touch with me anymore. They
Oh,
kinda got what
why
they
not?
wanted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would Raymond know?
Probably, considering he's the one that got me in touch with him. Yeah, that's a safe bet.
Excellent. You continue to be, like, useful and just a peach. And she'll boop her on the nose.
You don't think he'll be wearing shorts, do you?
I don't really care what Raymond's wearing.
Dude, are you the fashion police or what?
Well,
Are you interested in it? Like,
he ran from us.
I know he's
Yes.
kind of a hunk, but like, I don't think he goes your way, hon.
Oh, we could be persuasive.
Yeah, he kind of. So, we kind of.
He's just gonna have one less leg.
Huh? I don't need to know. I just want to be.
So I need to
here as a
know
witness.
what he's wearing, so I know how to make the leg.
You want me to call him back and ask him what he's wearing?
No, I was just asking for your experiences.
Abrupt and not entirely pleased. You asked.
Good luck with that.
Just crosses her arms. Sits there. It's summer. He's probably going to have on short sleeves and maybe shorts. Maybe. I imagine probably long jeans.
Excellent. Is that character? Is that what he was basically wearing the night that he gave us the slip to?
Yeah.
Of course, out of character. Do I need to re-up it? I know it says for a scene or until expire, whichever comes first.
This
Do I need to
counts
make?
as- No, you're good. This counts as the same
Okay.
scene. Scene changes, I will let you know.
Okay, just making sure that way.
20 minutes passes. Right.
Is he normally like late going comer?
No, he's
A quick one. Okay.
say that. He usually shows up if it's an intimate call pretty quick. If it's business, he runs on Raymond time.
Should have made it sound like it was a happy time. That way he would be quicker.
Alright, he's probably thinking it is because I'm distraught.
Oh, that usually how it goes.
She makes him like a displeased expression, and you imagine so.
Don't feel bad. Don't
Hey.
worry. Since you're with us, you'll gain some confidence. Okay.
Got plenty of confidence. He's just a hunk and a bad choice, and like call up. I haven't found a good one.
Yeah. I don't know how that type, but don't worry. We'll handle that. When he knocks on the door, you answer it. Okay.
Of course.
And we'll be right there with you. Okay. I will be anyway. She'll look at Dr. Isaac. Is that cool with you?
Well, you might not want to be right next to her.
Well,
He does kind of us now, in a way.
How about you just
Well, I'm-
stand on the inside of the door? He won't be able to see that.
Yeah,
The rest of you, like, privacy screen, you know, like, bathroom, because as she points to where, like, the little kitchenette, like, kitchenette she has made out of the area next to the bathroom has a mirror on it. He'd probably see that, but, like, I don't think he'd see Jules if I stood, like,
yeah, out of character. That's what Jules is saying is where she can get to where, like, she's out of sight. So when you answer the door, the only thing she has to do is like hit him with the door or open the door the full way so she can just grab him or hit him or his fucking neck.
Newfound abilities. Could they hide us as well as you?
I could try it.
Because that might help a little, maybe.
Try it. Yeah. I mean, try it. I'll try and make it look like the room is empty, like outside of myself. Okay,
Great.
Frank. You see a pair of dim headlights from a low-seated car moving along the dark stretch of road towards the Little Prairie apartments. And it seems to be moving fairly slow, not in a particular rush, and it does turn into the parking lot. Inside, you notice that Angel kind of up as though she hears something familiar, and she's gonna motion for each of you to either be quiet or just kind of whatever you're gonna do. And she goes,
I will get in the bathroom.
Jules will
Overall-
get into position.
the apartment is not more than about 20 feet from door to bathroom door, so you can easily cover that distance in a split second. She's gonna go over and wait for there to be a knock on the door. Frank, I know you have plans. You see Raymond get out of the car, slam the door shut, and start making his way over to door number 4.
Going to now turn on Silence of Death, and I'm going to make a straight line towards him. I'm going to angle out into the car park and then come in behind him.
Okay. Notice that he's his hands through his hair, knocking it back, like his shirt a little bit, straighten his pants out, like make sure they're sitting right. Checks his breath, shrugs his shoulders, and then knocks on the door.
If I can get into position ready, as soon as the door opens, he's being grappled.
Me do a quick rouse check for Angel, since she is trying to use this ability for you. I have to go with physical really quick. Alright. Doesn't seem to get hungrier. And let me roll for her ability really quick. So this is going to be her obfuscate and manipulation. 1, 3, 4. She has 5 successes. Let me roll for his awareness against it. I apologize that you don't currently see them in the chat. My browser has frozen, and I am attempting to not lose the information. Let's see, as she opens the door, how he responds. So that is, she succeeds. He seems completely unaware that the rest of you are in the room as she opens the door. You notice his eyes are glued to her in the moment, and he does seem to kind of around inside for anybody else, relaxes a bit, and leans one arm up on the door as though he's about to try and smooth talk her. And you can tell that she is absolutely peeved. Your hand, yes.
If he's leaning up against the door,
Yep.
I want to grab hold of his wrist with one hand, put my hand on his shoulder on the other side, and wrench his arm behind his back with as much strength as I can muster. I'd like to rouse check for it. And basically, I'm trying to grapple him.
Yes.
I'm kind of hoping I can break his arm in the process.
I believe that you have a specialty in grapple, don't you?
I do have a specialty in grapple.
All right, perfect. So, if you would, please rouse for me, because I believe you're adding your blood potency to this.
I am.
And let me know the result of your rouse check.
I succeeded.
Perfect. So you are only at 1 or 2?
0.
Oh, 0 still. That is correct. Now please roll me your blood potency, your strength, your brawl, plus the additional die from your focus on grapple.
Strength, submit. I would like to willpower that.
Alright, what was your original roll?
2.
2. Alright, and you can roll up to, I believe, 3. Go ahead.
I'll get another 1. 9 dice. 3 successes in total.
So, 3 total, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, is anybody else making a movement? You notice that Frank's hands slowly come out of the shadows. And all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, Raymond is grappled and his arms are twisted behind his back as he's abruptly stepped into the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Cool.
lean forwards and grab him as well.
Jules will like the door the rest of the way so they can come in, so she can close it when they're all in. But she is ready to do something to him if he does anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll step into the room as the potion starts.
I'm gonna
And
grab
also,
the other hand
Yeah.
that Frank hasn't got, and I'm gonna grab him by the throat as well in a grapply type.
Okay. You in essence are giving Frank additional die if he has to re-roll at this point.
Okay.
Is struggling, but Frank, you have such a solid hold on him that he is not able to break away. In fact, it's laughable the amount he's trying compared to the hold you have on him. Jules, you see Raymond's eyes quickly dart around the room, absolutely confused, as Peter steps through what is the image of the room without anyone in it other than Kitten. Frank, you saw this as well. Only Kitten was there when the door had been open. And then Peter suddenly steps up and seems to break through like a ripple, like then a cloth laying over the area with like the same picture on it. And as it breaks, you notice Jules at the ready as she opens the door the rest of the way, and Dr. Isaac steps in from the bathroom. The door closes quickly, I imagine.
Nowhere to run this time, big boy.
Okay.
Way or hard way.
Okay, I might have made a mistake last time. Kitten, what's going on? I made some friends that seem to have a bone to pick with you, kind of me. So I'm gonna let them ask whatever they need of you, because they're gonna take better
Nonsense.
care of me than you ever did. And she's gonna
Hey,
step
Angel.
back. Yes.
Angel, yeah, do that. Give him a little something. Not too hard, but just enough, okay?
A little-
A little bit. Just one, okay? Out, okay? One.
Alright. She was not built for strength, I'm gonna tell you that.
Oh, hey, kick him in the balls.
That's a 10 on the second die.
Whoa,
2 successes out of 3 die.
not very sportsmanlike there, Lucy.
You hear a very high-pitched sound as she takes your advice, Jules. And then she's going to flip her hair over her shoulder with a smug grin on her face and step to the side and motion for you gentlemen to go ahead, and the lady, of course, and handle it as you see fit.
Job. And you're right. That wasn't sportsmanlike.
No, but he deserved it. He never did anything sportsmanlike in his life.
Doc, I reckon you got about 45 seconds, man.
Oh, come on. You can't just kill him now. That's all the fun. You're just going to take it in a fell swoop.
Ask you questions.
All right.
I could do with a bit of a sup.
I got dibs.
Pretty hungry.
Where are your bosses?
No, they move around a lot. Okay, I know that's not what you want to hear, but they move around a lot. Mostly holing up with people that they've already changed. They aren't staying in the same place too long. They already stayed at my place and left this week. They might be back next week. I don't know. They haven't told me. I can tell you they got spots all over the French Quarter and most of New Orleans at this point.
Who are they?
Really, I don't know much about it. They're some kind of cult. They just told me bring them people. So I'm bringing them people, and then the people that they really like, they reach back out to and do more with. They're only keeping in contact with me for me to bring them people, and then they pay me good.
I'm going to lean in about half an inch away from his face, and I'm going to use all of the intimidation that I have to say, I don't fucking believe you.
You audibly hear him swallow. Look, I'm gonna just with you this time. They usually rotate out to parts of the city. That's what I know. If it's an emergency, I leave a note at a drop point. Okay?
That would have been pretty good information to tell us the first time, wouldn't it?
He glances at Jules.
What?
But you already seem like you kind of know what's going on, so like, it's pretty stupid to stay and talk.
Well, you should have. So, do these fuckers have names, or do they just call you dumbass?
I mostly deal with LaRue, okay? I don't know about the other one. I mostly deal with LaRue.
Where are these drop points at in LaRue?
Don't know where they are right now. LaRue's the one that usually, doing everything if we meet up. His partner is usually, he shrugs. I don't know, he kind of like lurks.
How do you talk to him?
How do I talk to him? Okay, sorry. Yeah, the points. There's one in the quarter, kind of one of the convents. There's a drop point there. And then there's a drop point up in the wards. There's one in each ward. If I have a hand, I'll write them down for you.
You right-handed or left-handed?
There you go.
Do you write with your left hand or your right hand?
Right.
I'll break his left hand.
Give me a strength. Just want to see how much superficial you end up doing.
Meanwhile, while he's doing that, Jules will be getting into her purse to pull out a pen and a piece of paper.
3 successes. He takes 1 point of superficial damage, but the arm is very much broken. Can tell that this is going to take time to mend. He can't do it immediately, and the arm itself is twisted at an awkward angle for you to continue to hold on, and he's less likely to try and pull away with that arm.
Hank, if we need him alive, though, we're gonna have to fix that.
Alive doesn't mean with all his limbs intact.
I like having him attached even. Miss Jules, can I please write these down for you now?
Yes. But after you do that, then I have to get even with you for running away from me last time. And laughing. Don't forget you laughed.
To be fair, you ate that old lady pretty quick.
It was funny, but still.
I understand, but as long as I can wake up tomorrow night, I will be grateful. And he leaves it at that and starts to write on the pad for you. You see that there is a drop point near the old Ursuline convent. Peter, you recognize that. There is one near St. Philip Street, just above Claiborne Avenue, North Claiborne, one of the main roads. There is one at the right between them. Here, I'll mark it for you. There's a blue dot already where you found Maddie by the old Ursuline. And that is roughly where the drop point is, over here. And corner here. Didn't make that right here. There we go. He marks a few others closer to the exterior of the city. There's also one down by the train yard. Not too far from where you took the swim and then came back. So the X point was where you ended up swimming back from the Julia Street Wharf. And then just above it, that's the drop. Use a different color.
That explains where. Now explain how. I know that you've got knees left I can break.
Save one of them for me.
Hang on. You still got fingers.
That's
Oh,
right,
yeah.
he does.
That's more options.
Hey,
Got better information and for barking.
Right.
Also,
can I just
hey-
be a bit clearer? So, your options are literally fuck all, other than tell us 100% of everything you.
I want to try something. Tell us everything we want to know. And then Jules will try to mesmerize him.
I believe that's a rouse, correct?
It's a rouse check. I do pass it.
Perfect.
And then I think it is manipulation, dominate versus intelligence and resolve. So I
Especially he doesn't have a huge amount of intelligence.
got where's the button to do it? I'm sorry, I totally got stupid on how to.
No, it's been a bit. So the roll feature, if you click the roll, give me just a second. Underneath, you say you had fortitude.
That's it. I see the roll. I see it
Yeah,
now.
so you select your discipline, and then you select the attribute.
I just see. So attributes manipulation. So I got dominate. So I got that. What's the difficulty?
He just has to roll versus your successes.
Well, it still says difficulty. So put it at a 2 or.
Yeah.
See how many successes you get.
All right. I get 2 successes.
See if he's in any way able to fight this.
Either way, it's gonna suck for him. So.
It is intelligence resolve 3 minimum.
Motherfucker.
Frank will get a slightly glazed look in his eyes. His jaw will go slack and he'll go, "What do you want to know?"
Why do you keep calling me Lucy?
I'm only joking.
I would have loved that. That would have been so funny. Just like a broad spectrum effect instead of everybody in front. Instead of narrow one target.
How does he respond to this? Does he get a little?
See, you seem like flinch slightly, and it doesn't seem to be from pain. It's as though he's shaking it off. Let's put it this way: I know something that could tear you limb from limb. A few of you together. So I might have a bargaining chip. It's not here with me, but I could tell you how to avoid it.
Hey,
Well, I
Pete.
know at least 2 people in here that can tear you limb from limb.
Pete, why don't you pull his pinky off?
Oh, how about this? You'll tell us anyway, and then she'll kick him in the knee to try to break his knee because you know what? Fuck it. It's the
Ah!
knee that you want it.
Roll strength brawl for me, please.
All right. I want to
If it asks you
rouse
for a
blood.
DC, if it asks for
Yeah.
your DC, just put it at 2. You get
All right.
slightly hit.
Also, do I use my martial arts specialization too?
I don't know. Are you hi-ying his knee?
Oh, she's doing like a kick.
Absolutely.
So, brawl, and strength, not dexterity, but strength. And difficulty 2, 5 out of, and it's a messy critical.
His leg goes flying off through the window.
Since it usually is non-lethal damage, what I will say happens for this one, because it is a messy critical. You take out his knee completely. There's no question about it. He takes 1 point of damage, not non-superficial, but true damage from this attack, instead of rounding down to 2. And he's going to let out a loud, high-pitched scream, which you imagine probably carries throughout the apartment complex. Not that there are many people here who probably care. They probably mind their own business. I get it, I'm sorry!
I'll hold him up by his broken arm.
Look, I'm cooperating. Sorry, I thought I could do business. Wrong. Alright? If you could, please, I would be very appreciative if you would at least let me live to make
He
a
ain't
drop.
got the message yet, Pete.
I don't think he has. At what point do you think that you have any kind of power to bargain here?
I wasn't bargaining, I was just saying I'd appreciate it.
We don't want to hear appreciate it. We want to hear the answers to our questions.
You're not being very fucking useful to us. Hey, Doc, you want to maybe do something to him? Maybe, I don't know, take his nose away? Maybe take his mouth away or something?
We can't talk about taking his mouth away.
Well, make him a mouth breather.
Please.
There was this one thing that I read about in this medical journal that I had been thinking about, especially after that odd line of questioning. And if it's really the last resort, I will attempt. Yes. Are you sure you don't want to talk, Raymond?
What we've been doing to you so far, that's child's play compared to what the dog's going to do to you. So you probably want to start talking about now.
Alright. I gave you the drop points. There's 2 more. There's one in Chalmette, but you don't want to use that one because there's the things out there that I'm trying to bargain with for you. If you hear the birds, you're fucked. They sound like birds. They're weird like us, but they aren't vampires. I don't know what they are, but I've seen them tear 3 of us apart. It was nothing, and it was just one of them.
Bird, sweet.
Sweet birds.
What, like this? I'll grab hold of one of his fingers.
Literally like
Skip
birds.
to the end.
Right, to make a drop, you just tuck a note somewhere in one of the bricks or something around the area. You just gotta. There's no real marked area. It's just in that location, potted plant, something. You drop a fucking note and they check it. You'll notice. It's very obvious where you put it.
What goes on these notes?
Fresh meat, call, and then R, or Ray, or first 2 numbers of somebody's phone.
Write some down.
Don't really know the others that deal with them. He writes his number down and underlines the numbers that he usually puts, and then he writes Angel's number down and underlines the numbers that were used for that one. I used her number a couple of times.
How much do they like Angel? And then Jules will look over to Angel. How is she handling all this, by the way?
Seems a little uncomfortable by it. You've seen her flinch out of the corner of your eye, but she's more appreciative than anything. It was very quick revulsion as to the damage being done to Raymond, but you don't think that there is a shred of sympathy there. It seems more like personal squeamishness. They liked her all right. They got what they wanted out of her and left.
Great. Would they be open probably to her bringing new people in where they can judge them?
Not if they didn't ask her to. You gotta be
Oh.
asked to do it.
But you can't call them in any way to recommend her, right?
Used to reach out to them at the club, and then now they hadn't been there anymore. After what happened to
Oh.
their bouncer.
Gotcha. Any other questions, Doc?
You finished yet? And my canines will drop.
Do you have anything else to offer us there, Raymond?
The birds mean that they're already watching you if you hear that. If you hear more than one bird, know that there's probably more than one there.
See, this is the thing that I'm fucking talking about. When we say, we mean tell us fucking everything. We don't want to have to keep asking questions
I don't know.
to coax more
okay?
fucking information out
All
of
I
you.
know
Pete,
is
Pete,
like
Pete.
the bird noise happens, and then they showed up, and then the people that were giving him a hard time, it was some really ugly looking guy. They just took his arm right off.
Let's take off his shoes and play piggies to go to the market.
What?
Wow.
I'll lift him off the floor by his broken arm.
You hear a couple of pops as you do, and he's very clearly trying not to scream in pain, but there's a muffled, keeps his mouth shut, but there's a muffled yell.
Now, because I'm getting a bit bored of this, is there anything else that you think you want to fucking tell us?
Yeah. And pretend, well, don't pretend that your life is on the line. Make it good.
They have somebody out there that can heal wounds, patch people like us up, and we don't have to patch ourselves up.
Well, that's simple. I can do that.
Go on.
I don't understand it. Apparently, it's something really rare.
What does this person look like? Do they have a name? Are they a
Like
bird?
A walking zombie.
What?
That's what gets you. We're vampires and square creatures, and you can't. It looks
Like a zombie.
fucking hell like a zombie.
Frank is looking pointedly at the doctor with his eyebrows raised, like he's waiting for the signal.
Like skin is falling off of them. They're rotting. They look like a zombie, and they have teeth like that.
That looked like a signal. I'm gonna bite him.
He very quickly shuts up. Are you doing brutal feed?
And also,
If you guys want to get in on this, you probably want to be quick.
Jules will be riding. When she sees that he's gone in for the kill, she'll snatch the pin and then bite his wrist as well.
I'm gonna have a chunk as well.
I think I'm taking a leg.
It's a family meal.
It is. Even Hank dives in.
Now Hank just stands and watches, just silently, dead-eyed at the whole thing.
With Angel. I'm pretty sure Angel right now is going, I am so happy I cooperated with them and didn't run.
Absolutely. Actually, Angel's gonna look at you as if am I supposed to join?
Come on.
Jules will, while she's like drinking, and be like,
She'll latch
Like
on to you
Wayne?
then. He's just a blur of blonde hair and light colors and just immediately latches on. And it is seconds before he is essentially sanguinated and then more or less mummified and dusted in your hands.
all thing I want to know is, am I down to 1 hunger or not, or 0?
Trying to daberize him just to let you know. Okay.
I'm well aware.
Good.
I understand what you have, so you would succeed. Do you take it or do you give it to someone else?
Well, no one else has expressed an interest, and frankly, I've been wanting to eat this fucker for a long time, so...
Everybody has literally
I mean, it's only been-
latched on to your communal caprice.
Yeah.
No, I'm taking it.
You're taking it. Do you share at all? And what I mean by that is, are you sharing the experience that this would give?
What do you mean, Toasty?
Do you divide it out at all? Or are you taking the king share for yourself? I am giving you the choice. You can either choose, I'm not going to make you pick and choose. You can either choose to split it among your pack specifically, or you get
We can
everything.
do that.
I'm letting you. I'm making the storyteller call of that. I'm not going to tell you how much he has, but I am letting you choose. You can either share with the pack, or you can take the whole.
I think I'm going to have to roll.
Go for it. This is your first time doing this as well. This is you learning that you have a bit more control over this than you were led to believe. And you think probably because you listen more to what people have been calling your inner beast, this feels very natural to you. You let that power take over and take hold. and you recognize that yours is stronger than his.
I'm going to roll a die, and if I go high, I will share. If I go low, I will probably take it for myself. I'm probably more inclined towards taking it for myself because of the path I'm aiming at.
Yes.
But we've just done the Valkyrie together, and I have good feelings about these guys, and these are the family that I've never had.
They're also
or
letting
haven't
you
had.
follow your instincts right now. They're not trying to keep
Yeah.
you from them.
So I'm going to go 6 plus, we share. And I rolled a 6.
Sure.
Yep.
I will let you know at the end of session exactly how much each of you gets. Nobody reach out to Phil. Don't let him know about this. I'm going to ask him without any context if he would have joined in on a Diablerie. And then depending on his answer, if he says yes, that will be configured into the divide. If he says no, likewise. That way it's not stacked.
Does our newbie also?
No. I'm not having her detract from the pack. She's in on the experience. She has the experience. She has the enjoyment of it. But she is not gaining experience from it. I would have to have you very specifically choose for her too.
Do I lose point of humanity?
I would say with the track that you have, no. Specifically because of your track. You are following your true impulses. You are following the path of Cain. I would say there's a little bit here to grapple with, probably for the doctor, but I don't think that any of you gets a stain just yet for this one. It seems to follow most of your principles, especially you, Jules. You're meting out justice, and you are taking care of business.
What happens to the body?
Dust.
So just
literally crumbles to dust in the grip each of you has. You have dust in your mouth at the end of it if you don't pull away quickly enough.
I don't.
You're left there.
I'm following. I think it's either number one of my path of oh god, what was it? Power and inner voice. Number one is turning down an opportunity for personal power as the means to all ends. Or also failing to kill when it suits your interests. Do not hesitate to eliminate those who would stand against you. So I think either one of those two.
You are following very much your path. So you and Frank specifically have no qualms with this. Fits for you. That being stated, Angel's going to pull back and just sit back on her feet. She sinks to her knees and slowly sits back on her feet and is looking at the dust in her hands. And then at the majority of the pile on the floor.
Don't worry, he'll vacuum right up.
You're lucky you got claimed, love.
She's gonna look at Jules as though you are her saving grace right now. And she's also, there's a bit of confusion and wonder there. She doesn't understand what just happened. She knows she enjoyed it, but she doesn't understand what happened to Raymond. She doesn't know why this happened. Why he turned to dust specifically. She knows he was an asshole. Will you?
Jules will tilt her head to her and nod at her. He's right.
Thank you.
Continue to be useful.
That's the alternative. No fucking problem.
Then we have an understanding.
Will you
And
tell
don't
me-
ever lie to us.
Can I lie for you?
Yeah, you can lie for us. Just don't lie to us.
Will you tell me what just happened?
Sure, it's called Diablerie.
We ate his soul.
And you helped.
His soul? She puts a hand over her mouth. And then she quickly brushes off the dust from her face and her hands. Then she's gonna stand up. Am I staying here? Where am I going? What do you need?
Well, he gave these people your number. So every once in a while, do you have an answer machine? Did they have answer machines back then? I'm sorry, I don't know.
I think they were just starting.
They're probably not here.
You gotta stay by the phone, love.
Definitely not with her. They were available, but they were not widespread. She nods.
Well, until we get you an answer machine.
Frank's gonna kneel down and start rooting through the ashes, looking for car keys, wallets, jewelry.
You find a decent watch that is not working, but it looks nice.
Huh.
You
Oh, it
find a
doesn't work, huh?
wallet and a set of keys. There's 2 keys.
Do you have a car?
You got a car now.
Thank you.
Throw the keys at her.
She catches them. She dusts them off and then she looks them over. You
Is there
know
a
what?
wallet? Is there any money?
There's $30 in it. You hit it big.
I'll take the money out of the wallet and I'll toss that at her as well.
The wallet or the
Money.
She'll take it. You want me to take you to his place? I think his key's on here.
First, let me make a phone call.
Sure, it's all yours.
She'll take the phone and she'll before she gets the phone, she'll put another reassuring hand on her shoulder and give it a squeeze. And then
Just a second. And then she's gonna excuse herself, grab a change of clothes, and go in the bathroom.
Hey, I got an important thing to say to you guys. 2 important things to say to you guys. I feel great.
same.
And the other important thing to say is, I want to go to Raymond's house, and if he's got a radio, I've got dibs.
But
You
Jules
get
will
any
start.
hunger back from that.
I would say each of you gets 1 point of hunger back.
I'm a -1!
If you have some to restore.
You got blood trickling out your nose, out your ear.
Pouring out
It's
my
a
eyes!
surplus.
You are so full. You're gonna sit on the chair and go, oh,
bloody hell.
Jules will dial a number, and then she's calling Romero, and she'll let it ring.
It answers after the second ring. It's a familiar voice. I imagine you're calling the home office.
Hey, hun, it's me. I'm doing great. Listen, I have a bit of business in the city. Do you have a pen and piece of paper?
Already ready?
Excellent. She'll give Anne's address and apartment number. I
Angels.
need the Angel's apartment number, where we're at right now. I need an answering machine, and I need to put her on the payroll, and I'm going to need, she'll pull out the drugs, a little bit of a verification on some items, if you catch my meaning.
Not a problem. Are you gonna drop them by the house, or you need me somebody to go by there and pick them up?
How quickly can you get somebody out here?
You hear some papers rustling, and you imagine he's probably looking at the address you gave him to see exactly where it is. We have somebody out there in 30, 40 minutes. The machine won't be tonight. I'll have to get one of those, but I can have somebody go.
Take a look at the items, then just get the answer machine tomorrow, and then just give it to me, and I'll bring it by here.
Do you need anything else?
She definitely need, after the answer machine, I definitely need her to have better digs. This person.
I'll see what I can do.
Excellent.
Do
Then
you have a
tomorrow night,
preference?
better than this shithole, but typical person starting out,
Got it.
and a little lamb, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Essentially a follower, subordinate.
Well, she's out of character. She's meaning someone that's very new, but a little
Yes.
lamb.
Brand new. Got it.
And then, yeah, she'll look at everybody else. 30 to 40 minutes.
All right.
Then,
When you get home this evening,
of course,
I
my
have
love.
a surprise for you.
Oh, excellent.
If you're home before I am, it will be in our room.
So I look forward to this special surprise. And she'll smile like she's definitely feeling her humanity a little bit. She still gets that little flutter when she's flirting with her husband. So
It's definitely a situation where you imagine he's probably bought you something very nice. You've heard this tone in his voice before. He's definitely flirting in return. What exactly he's gotten you, you're not certain. It's definitely expensive, knowing Romero.
Jules is she's giddy. She likes presents. So see then, who are you sending over?
Probably Mike. Or would you?
Okay. Mike will be fine.
I'll send over Mike. He's free right now, so he can leave
Excellent.
right away.
I look forward to seeing Mike. Out of character, how is Mike? Is Mike competent or?
Mike is competent. He's usually a guard that either runs the house or runs with you or Romero if you need an assistant and somebody to guard you, essentially. You haven't necessarily needed one in a while, given all of the changes, so you haven't been taking anyone with you particularly out of the house unless it's expected that you would. He's been predominantly with Romero.
Correction. What we'll do is we'll give Mike the key and we'll have this person stay with us for the daytime.
I'll
Excellent.
have the guest room made up. Do you want it the same as ours?
Please.
Very well. Consider it done.
Thank you, honey.
Anything for you, my love.
Excellent. Love you. Talk to you later and see you soon. Bye.
He knows you're going to immediately hang up, so you don't hear him trying to extend the call.
So then she just hangs up. 40 minutes.
Angel comes out of the bathroom. She's changed into a long pair of jeans. some tennis shoes, and a t-shirt. Not her usual attire, but something much more practical. All right, are we heading out, or do you want to wait?
Well, we definitely have to wait. Pack some stuff.
Got it. She pulls out what looks like a very beaten-up backpack that she's probably had for quite a while, and she just starts stuffing clothes in it.
Thank God it wasn't a trash bag, or Jules would have just lost it.
No, it's like a really beaten-up bag, but she's got a bag.
While she's packing, I'm going to grab the car keys for Ray's car, and I'm going to go and look inside.
Yeah. Angel will hand them over. You want the keys, she'll hand them over as long as you let her know. You go look inside. There's a couple of empty packs of cigarettes here and there. 2 empty bottles of liquor rolling around in the floorboard. It looks like a mess.
What about the trunk?
Go around, open the trunk. Inside, you see that there is a bag, like an actual trash bag, rolled up in one corner, and it looks as though there's something in it, and the rest is more or less empty. There's tire iron and a jack.
Let's have a look at this bag then.
You unroll it, and inside there is a small mountain of individual baggies, what Angel handed over to Jules earlier. Seems like just a mixture of cannabis. You don't see any other items in there, but it is a surprising amount.
Alright, I'll grab that out. Close it up. I want to go and check the engine before I go in and make sure. Basically, he's going to go and check over and make sure that the car's in good working condition for this young lady to take control of. He's playing dad.
Opening it up, you can tell that it needs a little attention, a little bit of love and care. Just routine maintenance. The engine itself is not in any bad way or shape.
I'll go back into the apartment. I'll toss the keys at Angel. I'll hand the bag over to Jules. Now, Lucy, I don't approve of this sort of stuff, but I know you do you.
Thanks.
This is your world, right?
It is.
Good.
She'll look in it and see it. Then she'll take out the baggies that she has and put it with those baggies and close it up. Just more to be verified.
Little miss, I'll have a look at the car in a bit more detail. Looks like it's all right, but it needs some work.
Thank you. Just let me know what you need or when you need it, and I'll make sure you have it. By the way, just for your information, it is a 59 Ford Galaxy in a two-tone, not quite nice, green and white. It's very close to a puce green.
It's not big red, so it's shit.
40 minutes passes. Is there anything in particular you want to do while you wait for Mike?
I'd like to go and get the van and bring it back close to the apartment again.
Around front? Park it next to Raymond's vehicle.
And give the doc his keys back.
Settled. Anything for Peter or Jules in the meantime?
No, not really.
Jules will just say that there's a kind coming, so that works for her. So don't,
She doesn't seem to understand the use of words. Mortal, she kind of gets, but she nods. I'll make sure to leave him alone.
At all.
What it means.
But we don't let them know that we exist, so we act normal.
Got it.
Has anyone told you the bullshit rules?
No. Literally,
Here.
Raymond only told me I bite people. Now, that was my only go.
Jules, are you taking her to meet the prince, or are you taking her to meet the gardener?
There's royalty in the city?
Which side are you thinking?
What do you think? I'm thinking I'm open to either one.
They're yours, so it's your call.
Well,
I'll
no
explain
reason.
which rules are which.
And no reason why we can't do both. But we can push her more in our direction and then give her the bullshit rules of this place so that she knows how to survive.
true.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
So I guess give her our rules first and take her to send her on her way to see Mr. the Gardener.
Frank will sit down on the bed close to where Angel is, and he'll start talking to her. Just chatting.
She seems curious. There's definitely unease about it, but the fact that none of you have tried to harm her, she seems more curious than anxious at this point. So
Oh, I was going to read you.
she's
Jules was
chatting back
about
with
being her, so
I was going to read you, but Jules claimed you first, so it's all good. But you're going to meet Mr. the Gardener. You're going to love Mr. the Gardener. He's a nice man.
Who's Mr. the Gardener?
Oh, he's a lovely man. He told us all about what we were and how to do stuff. He looks a bit odd, but he's a nice guy.
It's okay. Not everybody looks the same. Some of the nicest people I know don't look so nice.
Have you met Hat Guy?
No.
Hat Guy looks really weird. Nice man, though.
Well, there is a weird homeless man that has like 4 or 5 hats he wears at any given time in the quarter.
I know, he's got a nice hat, a big nice hat, like a gentleman. No,
One of those tall hats?
Wait a minute. Jules will say, out of character, isn't the hat guy a Cappadocian, so he looks almost like a zombie?
He looks like his skin is stretched almost exactly over his skeleton.
Rictus.
Yes.
Oh! So he was talking about something we knew about. So the guy that looked like a zombie, hat guy.
Not gonna lie, wasn't really paying much attention.
Oh, well. She'll look at the dust. Sorry. If it laughs.
Right.
He'll laugh as well. A big, mirthful, belly rumbling laugh.
Which is perfect because, Frank, I need a wits resolve from you, please.
From me,
Yeah, out of 4.
wits resolve difficulty 4, did you say?
As you're all sitting around chuckling. Frank, you have a hearty belly laugh going on. And you're thinking about Hat Guy. And then you're thinking about the zombie thing or person that got mentioned. And you seem a little confused. You just kind of shrug it off. And then in the back of your mind, there's several quick flashes of images. And you don't think they're quite your own memories, but they feel like memories. They feel very recent. Very new. For you at least, but you know that they're memories. You see what looks like somebody who is almost shambling about. They have on an older set of clothes, and it's a women's set of clothes. It's very dated. They have a well-patterned turban on, a loose-fitting top, and a very large, not quite hoop skirt, but definitely more plantation style dress, but not wealthy. There's an apron in the front, and the entire outfit is stained. And for the sleeves that are rolled up, you can see on the arms that there are chunks missing out of them, where there's just open tendon, open musculature over some of the bone. The feet seem to be the same way, and they're just slowly moving about a room, and they turn and they abruptly grin, and you feel very anxious all of a sudden. They've suddenly noticed you. And as they grin, you notice that their canines are the same as yours. There's a glint in their eye as though it's reflective. And then you're back. It's just in the back of your mind. You never lose the belly laugh or anything like that. It just all of a sudden flashes in your mind. And you realize that's probably what this person had been talking about. It's probably what Raymond had meant.
Oh. No, it's not Hat Guy.
Oh,
No, it's some woman.
weird.
I'll describe her in the same way as I saw her.
You get the same impression that he did. You were able to draw a little bit more detail out. She has dark hair, dark skin. The eyes look alive. They look similar to how yours or Jules or Pete's or Oscar's would look. They aren't glazed over like a dead body's.
Hey, Doc. Since we're gonna make her one of us type of thing and have her meet that, should I call Smokey to arrange for him to take her to meet him?
Yes, that'd probably be wise.
Alrighty. Jules will walk over and pick up the phone and pull out her little thing of Smokey's number and call the smoke shack or the meats place
The
where
meat
Smokey
market?
is. Meat market.
It rings 2-3 times. You hear a gruff voice on the other side. Pick up. Folks, meat market. What can I do for you?
Hey, Smokey, it's Jules.
Hi, beautiful. How you doing, Fox?
I'm doing great. Listen, I met a new person. We've bonded, so to speak. And, well, she's useful, so I think that it might be good to meet the gardener.
Picking up what you're putting down.
So I would like to arrange a time for her to be taken there? Or for you to at least tell the gardener about this new person?
I can make a delivery run in a couple of days, but I can call and see if they're ready to pick up in a couple of days.
Just whatever works. She's with us and
So with you or with your group?
with our group right now, but not with me per se.
Well, where do I need to reach out
Mine,
to?
she'll give her number to him and then also Angel's number as well. But she'll probably not be here for very long at this second number, but just in case.
I will let you know when they're ready to pick up, and then I will be by to grab the delivery.
Excellent. I think you'll like her. Her name's Angel.
Usually, in my experience, things named nice don't live up.
Well, she's open-minded and new.
So you're saying I have a chance?
Yeah, of course. Also, the night of the delivery, I'll even have her have 2 cartons of cigarettes for you.
Best.
I know it, baby.
All right, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Let me get word over and make sure they're ready for a delivery. And I'll let you know.
Right. No rush. I'll keep her nice and silent, if you know what I mean.
Got it.
I don't think you haven't. She'll cover. You haven't been introduced to anybody, right? Like to the prince, because you just asked if there's royalty in this town.
She shakes her head.
She hasn't met the Prince of Mardi Gras yet, so brand new.
Understood. Just don't let anybody notice her. I'll get her out.
Will do. All right.
Goodbye. And he hangs up.
Lucy, do you think it might be better if we stash her at my place?
I was gonna stash her at my place
Oh,
till that and everything. Looks like you're gonna get to slumber party with me for a little bit, Angel.
got a nice place.
I'm not gonna know what to do with myself. Like,
Just chill.
She'll keep you busy.
you know what?
I'll keep you busy. We'll fork around the house, and so to speak. But we can't let you be seen yet.
Understood. Stay inside. Don't get seen.
Right. And I'll bring you things. Blood. So
Things.
You just let
People.
me know what you need me to do, and I'll make sure to earn my keep.
that's the plan. But no eating my staff. Understand?
Yes, Jules, I do. As she glances at the pile of dust on the floor. I understand.
But if I tell you to eat someone, you can eat someone. But just don't.
If you tell me I can, is that telling me to do so? I just want to make sure
Yeah.
I understand the directive.
If I tell you to eat somebody, then you're free to eat them. But other than that, no, don't eat anybody at my house. I think we'll get along famously. Look, I think you're taken to things pretty openly. So
We did.
People will tell me what's happening. And she's gonna get a little bit teary-eyed. You notice there's a little bit of a red liquid in the corner of her tear ducts.
Frank, quick as a flash, will be on her arms around her, patting her back.
Well, Jules will be rolling her eyes.
She seems genuinely grateful that you're actually telling her what is happening. You imagine that she wasn't generalizing. Raymond probably only told her, just go bite somebody and figure it out. Frank,
So
Hello,
do-
Lucy.
she tenses up, but as you start patting her back, she's just gonna lean on you and just let it out. It's silent. She's not wailing or anything, but there's very visibly her shoulders are moving and you can tell he's crying. And then she pulls it together after a few minutes.
Hey, Doc.
He doesn't let her go, though. He keeps hold of her and keeps patting her back and whispering, "There, Lucy," over and over again.
Thank
Yes.
God it's someone else. Do we want to go ahead and do the thing right now while we're waiting for us?
Well, we did just do it. Well,
I thought we did it once a month.
As Storyteller, I will tell you this. You can determine how often or infrequently you do it, but minimum is usually at least once a month.
I gotcha. Jules is mostly wanting to do it again since she
to
drank
break her
the break,
performing bond.
but not. She doesn't want to break the bond that she's developed to her. But then again, if she's going to be one of us, might as well go ahead and.
She'll break it eventually.
Keep her on a tight leash until we're ready.
Then just leave her out for now.
Personally,
Yeah.
not sharing my blood with her.
I got you. That's fine. But can we do it so?
Angel will not push to be part of it, but she will observe what you do.
Angel, be a dear and go get that knife and cup again.
And she's gonna get the knife and cup. She's actually gonna clean it for you first, and then bring it over to you, Jules.
Thank you.
Frank doesn't want to let her go.
Do you not?
She'll have to squeeze her way out of it.
She's actually gonna like pat Frank on the arm. It's okay, I feel better. Thank you. I appreciate it. But I'm okay now. And she's gonna like wiggle her way free, and then she'll go clean them up and bring them over to you, Jules.
And she'll thank her and then take the knife and cut her wrist and pour a vitae into the cup, then lick the wound, and then pass a knife to Frank.
I wish I had cameras working right now. It sounded just as how it looked. You don't have to go from wrist to elbow, right?
He's getting excited though. He's just
Schultz will just be like staring at him, like
It's
just
like excited, but it's still a very controlled release, I imagine.
Just do a little bit of a nick on the palm and.
oh, come on, you can do better than that.
Yeah, nah, you're right.
There goes the whole palm, and then Dr. Isaac. The knife into the hand and then out.
I'm just gonna leave that there, and I'll take the cup, and I'll just pull out the blade finger and just slice out into the cup.
Because Hank's zoned out a bit, I'll grab him and pull him into the circle, stick the knife in his throat.
Okay,
empty him out a
okay,
little
okay.
bit.
Hank will also join in. Unfortunately, our player has had some internet troubles and was unable to join us for the rest of the session. But Hank will.
Stick a knife in his
contribute.
throat, turn him upside down, squeeze him until he dribbles some out.
Stop
New
trying to
Diablo
rip
ring,
him out
there we
like
go.
that. Oh, goodness.
And Hank has turned to dust.
Each of you can.
And then once we have all of it, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Glad hands and say in the name of the Father Cain and blood to blood.
Magic powder juice.
I couldn't find the PDF, so
Well, you were told it is as you want to make it. You just have to make sure you state it.
but I stated in the original. Can't
Blood
find
magic powder
the-
juice. That is the name of this episode now. Thank you.
What we're about to receive, may Cain make us truly thankful.
Peter, you have
Oh,
one?
so it's Jules. With this blood, we unify ourselves with Cain and also our brothers and eye of their sister. And then she'll take a drink. And then after she's drank enough, she'll pass it to Peter, since Peter is
Won't
not going to
drain
drink
it.
the whole.
Every sip makes us closer as a group, makes us more family. That's it. There we go.
Hank will say, rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub.
And he'll have a sip and then he'll hand it over to Frank. You have to say something first.
Cheers.
Oh, I thought I already did. What we're about to receive, may the Lord, or may Cain make us truly thankful.
Oh, here we go.
Amen.
Then you gargle the blood. Got it.
Yep. That thing.
And no, it's magic powder juice now. I'm sorry.
So, Angel,
Yes.
we are all made from Cain, like in the Bible.
You the vampire daddy.
No. It's...
Our grandfather.
Oh. So what you're saying is that this came from him.
Right. We are called Cainites.
Makes sense.
And the cattle, mortals, we call kine.
So
Gotta be a bit careful when you eat them. Don't leave too much of a mess. Get rid of bodies so they don't find them.
same human worries. Same
Right. And you
cattle
lick
worries.
right, and you lick the wound
What you
to
did
close
with
it
your
up.
hand.
Right. The gardener will teach you more. We're just giving you some of the basics. That way you can say, hey, they liked us so much that they told us a little bit.
She nods. So you said there's your group and a different group. What's that?
Well, there's the ones in the city. That's called Camarilla. And they have a prince. And they're all pretty much up themselves. And they have too many rules. And then you have our lot. And our lot's called the Sabbat. And we're the best.
What's the difference between?
We don't suck,
Well, we
apart
do
from when we
suck.
do. We don't suck at existing, and they put too many rules in place.
The Camarilla believe that mortals and kindred can coexist.
What do we believe? What does Sabbat believe?
Cain
The-
put them there for us to eat,
In some
Unless they're useful.
but there's a lot of them. So we got to be a little bit circumspect.
What's that mean?
Well, we can't go out in the day, and they can, and there's a lot of them. They outnumber us quite a lot. So we got to be a bit careful about how we do things, because if they figure out that we exist, they probably won't be too thrilled, and they might do something to try and deal with us. So we got to be a bit careful about that. But really, they're just here for us to eat.
Or lord over, but mostly to eat.
And you want to play with your food.
And I enjoy playing with my food.
Are there fewer of us? Because it's hard to make more of us? Or
I don't know why there isn't more of us, to be honest with you.
I think that's just something to do with the Camarilla or something like that.
Maybe we should make some more.
I think that might be a good idea.
Do you know how to do it?
No.
Remember, she has to earn that right too.
What do you mean, right?
Remember, we earned it because we talked to the gardener. Remember?
What, to make more?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Out
Okay.
of character. Am I just misremembering, or I thought
There was
gar-
similar conversation, but it was more they explained how to do it, and that if you wanted to take that approach to the city, then that was your choice. And they
Oh, they did
wouldn't
explain
stop
it.
you. Essentially,
wasn't sure if we
you
knew
were
how to-
condoned to go ahead and do it if that was how you wanted to approach the problem in the city.
And then Jules will say, "Remember, we were shovel heads, and then we made it. We passed our tests, and we got creation rights. We can do it."
Oh, right.
But she's basically, I hate to say this, but a shovel head. But we didn't make her. But I don't see why she can't have creation rights eventually. Oh, that's what we call people.
We were.
When you got hit on the back of the head after they jammed their hand in your mouth. That.
So you all went through similar.
I don't remember
Yeah.
it. I was in
Similar.
a bar.
We all woke up together,
I was in a bar and then I was in a box.
Yep.
then we were in a cemetery, and then we walked some places.
You were in a box.
A pine box.
I
Gotta-
thought I was dead. I
Yeah,
was
we gotta crawl ourselves out of our graves. So, and there's a note saying go to this meat place, and we did, and then we met.
It ain't as bad as it sounds. You got off easy though, because they just put you under some bags. Like you
Burned
had to
up.
climb out some.
I almost burned up.
Yeah, but you almost don't count, love.
She points at her legs. I was missing from the knees down when I woke up.
Was you ain't go worry about that.
That can grow back. You know how to kill one of us, right?
Not
She
one
looks
of
at the
us.
pile of dust, bite and drink.
That, and also a stake in the heart. Well, not so much a stake in the heart, but chop off our heads, damage to the brain, sunlight, that sort of thing. You already know that. Fire.
You got to be careful though,
away
because
from
some of us
fire.
can move our hearts around.
Can we?
I can.
I don't think we can. He can, but we can. I don't think.
Is that
Can you
part
not?
of the different things you can do?
Oh, I can. There we go.
For those unable to see, Frank has shimmied in his chair. He has literally moved his heart around.
Like I said before, different ones can do different things.
If you're really good, maybe Peter will turn to a dog for you.
Oh, and you get a nickname.
We can do
Nicknames.
nicknames.
What are your nicknames?
Well, do you want to start this one, Peter?
I think you should shut the fuck up.
Angel has a first spark of excitement in her eyes hearing nicknames. She's comprehending what you're telling her. She's taking it at pace. She's understanding it and seemingly believing it because of the recent experiences she's had. But the moment you mention nicknames, it's something so simplistic, almost childlike. But she seems to latch on to that aspect of it, and she's immediately interested.
I'll go first. My name is Grumpy.
You seem serious, but I think you seem nice.
I'm Doc.
No, right? I don't really understand it myself.
She's looking at Dr. Isaacs a little confused, but just nods.
Doc.
Well, you did say you could patch them up, so that makes sense.
Well, I'm an actual doctor, but
Kind of.
I can do that too.
But I'm not actually grumpy.
You are when you haven't eaten.
Angry.
Get a bit hungry sometimes.
Mine's Snow.
Understandable. Pretty and pale.
Yeah.
Or unless you mean the other Snow.
Oh, it's Snow White, but not that one. She'll point at Hank. I don't remember his nickname.
Hank was.
Happy. She was like Happy.
And
And
Peter.
She looks at you, Peter.
Bunch of dickheads.
Can't be that bad.
Now you see, Pete's got 2 nicknames.
Oh?
He's really special.
If you get more nicknames, does that mean you're part of more groups like yours?
No, he's special. He has 2 in our group.
It's the first.
I can't
What-
even remember. No one knows.
What was it, Dopey?
Well,
Might have been dopey.
it was Dopey.
Well, he's pop. They usually are.
What's your second one, though, Pete?
Fucking stupid is what it is.
Wait, that's what they call you?
No, we call him Shit Dog.
Wait, do you turn into a chihuahua with patchy hair or something?
Like a pug.
Jules will just let out the biggest laugh at the chihuahua of cackling.
Do you bark? Do you shake?
No, I don't.
Why do they call you that?
He's got really bad eyesight.
Because they're dickheads.
kind of dog can you turn into?
What would it do to turn into a dog?
I'm not asking you to. I'm just. What?
I was in. I can't remember what I need to do. Shapeshift. Where is it? Is that animalism?
He's living up to his nickname,
Protean.
guys.
Yeah, I am.
He hasn't done it since that time.
It's true. He kind of burnt himself.
I think it's under Protean.
Oh, it's protein.
It
yeah.
is.
Pretty sure it's in a chihuahua with patchy hair.
Also, totally, we do need to know what disciplines are open to us because of Raymond and also
Yes,
Angel. Oh, at the end of the session.
Of course.
So,
Ownership changes. One round check.
Go, pug.
Don't get hungrier. You manage your rouse check. Are you truly turning into a dog?
I'm going to turn into the most majestic, size and a half Malinois dog you can ever possibly imagine.
You have to roll for it, and if you botch, you turn into a pug.
I
No, I
wish.
don't.
I'm considering it, but no.
or a Chihuahua.
With patchy hair.
Put a Jules purse. A Paris Hilton.
You just put D100 of different dogs, and you
Yeah.
just roll every time.
No, he does manage to turn without particular difficulty because you've technically done this a few times at this point. You know the process, you know what to anticipate. The rest of you watch as his joints bend and shift and twist and turn, and his face turns into an elongated snout, and he starts to cover with fur and slowly shrink down into this larger dog, honestly.
You look so dumb halfway through.
Angel is just standing there, mouth agape, looking at it, and then she's just like, he's so pretty! And she's gonna fall to her knees and start scratching behind his ears without even thinking about it.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
But does it feel good when you get scratched behind your ears, Pete?
Fuck it.
Angel is just the best scritches because she's got the long nails, right? So she just rub the ears, scratch at the base of the ears, scratch the top of the head, squish the face around. She's just like, oh, he's so handsome. Look at him. Wait, this is an actual person. This is a person. And she quickly takes her hands off you.
Gee.
I'm going to revert back to my standard form.
She's gonna
Very
very
quick.
awkwardly stand up and just pick up her bag and put it over her shoulder.
You need to turn into that version more often. That can be very useful. Get into places.
Budget tickets.
I think I hear
Well-
someone outside.
Did a good one.
Just genuine storyteller amusement. But also Angel is cackling a little bit at Frank. Wait, so why does he have the nickname? If he turns into a dog like that. That was a very nice one.
Because the first time we saw him, he did not look like that version of the dog.
And he couldn't jump.
Also, did we hear somebody you said?
She was joking.
Oh.
Or rather, she was moving the conversation along because it felt awkward about giving him scritches. She asked, was there somebody outside? I think I heard someone.
Jules will check.
You do hear a car door shut about the time that you go to check. And you see Mike getting out of a rather plain, not quite beaten up, roundabout town car. Something simple, something that doesn't draw attention. And he's clearly looking at the room numbers and headed over to yours.
Mike's here.
For those
Mike.
wondering, you have seen Mike in passing. He has a tall, more athletic build. He's not particularly over muscular. Generally wears day to day with the masses, t-shirt, jeans, common day style. His hair's a little bit tousled, it's dark and a little bit shaggy. And he's gonna move up to the door and give it a quick knock.
No, Mike.
Jules will turn and knock, look at everybody. He's immortal. Don't eat him. And then she'll open the door.
I thought you were telling me not to use my microphone. I was missing the pop screen or something.
Oh.
I was like, wait, is the quality that bad? Oh no, did nobody tell me till the very end? Sorry. She nods.
No. Then Jules will open the door.
You can tell that Angel's holding onto her bag straps fairly tight, and as Mike walks in, he surveys the scene. There's still the dust pile on the floor. He's going to look over towards I imagine, the garbage bag on the bed.
Jules will walk over to the bed, pick up the garbage bag. This is the stuff to inspect.
He'll take it from you. Make sure we have the results by tomorrow evening for you. And he's gonna lean around, take in the look of the place, clock where the room
Mike.
is.
Hey, Mike.
Frank, how you doing? Pretty good. Decent night so far. Definitely a fixer-upper, but I get what we're going for. I'll have a couple set of keys for you to look at as well, Miss Fontenelle, tomorrow.
Also, if you could tomorrow, just come in and set up the answer machine. Angel, give him the keys to your apartment.
She's gonna hand over her keys to Mike. There's gonna be a little bit of an awkward passover. You can tell that she definitely finds him attractive, but she's keeping her gaze averted and she's gonna quickly leave the apartment. Just head over
Hey.
towards Raymond's car. Yes.
Give him your bag of clothes too. Your
Uh,
suitcase.
She's gonna come back into the apartment and hand it over to Mike, and he's just gonna take it business as usual for him. Since you're leaving, he's actually going to walk the small room and just check out everything. And you can imagine he's probably figuring out what is needed since you asked for another place for her.
Don't mind the dust. Trying to kick it a little bit from rub it into the carpet.
Oh, it's terrible. There's not a vacuum in here. You have noticed that. There's a broom and dustpan. Man, it's
Jules up.
staying around forever.
Jules will just say, make sure to clean that up as well, the broom and dustpan, and get her a vacuum too.
Will do. It'll be done before the night's out.
Excellent. All right, we're gonna go take off for a little bit. So meet us back at our house. So and make sure to put her clothes into the guest bedroom too.
Got it, Miss Fontenelle.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Anytime. I will
Shall we?
be available here for the next hour or so, and he nods his head towards the phone if you need him.
Excellent.
In that case, Angel is going to get Raymond's car started up, and then once everybody has hopped in, it's a little bit of a tight squeeze for all of you, but you do manage it.
We got the van as well.
Dr. Isaacs, are you going to follow?
Yeah. I'll ride in the van because I'm big and it'll be easier.
Jules will ride with Angel. I need to be right back though, so.
What about Peter?
I'll go in the van.
Then we're going to toss Hank into the car with Angel and Jules. And with that, we will conclude this session. Thank you everybody for joining us and listening, and we look forward to having you with us next time. We will pick up next time at Raymond's.